Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and thank you for joining me today on the speed build. This is what we are building today, and we are in Strangerville. The whole idea behind this particular build is that I didn't have an inspiration, and I really didn't have anything particular in mind beyond the fact that I kind of wanted to just do a family home. And because I was in Strangerville, I thought I'd take advantage of kind of the reddy sandy kind of brown vibe and just go with those colors. Now, this is a limited pack build. I did feel like doing a limited pack build. I know that much. I felt like building and I wanted to do it as a limited pack build. Beyond that, I just kind of went with the flow and saw what kind of happened. So just one of those kind of builds, you know, just kind of feel like building and you just kind of just go for it. So that's what I did. So limited pack wise, let's see if I can remember which packs. Good luck. So it was definitely Strangerville. And I know I added in Home Chef Hustle a little bit later. I originally wasn't going to use that pack, but then I needed it for something in the kitchen because I was struggling with big long counter. You know the hanging counters, how you can get the big long one? I was struggling to find one that I liked with the counters that I had. So I actually ended up adding that into the game. So Strangerville, Home Chef Hustle, Get Together, Seasons, yeah, that's all I can remember. It's definitely a limited pack, but I can't remember which packs. I should write this stuff down or look it up, but you know, I didn't. So we'll just pretend that I know things and carry on. If I notice which packs as we go along, I'll mention it. But yeah, that's sort of definitely the packs, but I think it was a few more than that. I think it was like Get Together, Seasons, obviously base game, Home Chef Hustle, Strangerville. I think there was another game pack, possibly another stuff pack, but maybe not. I don't think I went crazy on it. I definitely didn't use any kits. I don't think I really used any other stuff packs, but I think there was another couple of EPs and a game pack as well. But anyway, the outside of the house is coming together. So I did want to create like a suburban look to the house. So it's not like super traditional, it's just more sort of middle of the road suburban, but it's more about the desert than it is about the sort of, you know, contemporary or the sort of the style. It's just sort of more that sort of vibe, but it's a suburban desert home. Let's just go with that as the sort of style. And you can sort of see I did the landscaping around the front. I was too busy trying to work out what packs I was to mention that. I think I skipped over some of the landscaping there, but you sort of get the gist of that. And I just wanted to do like a round balcony around the front just to mix it up a little bit. I thought that would be quite cool. So as I said, I'm going to be sticking with all the sort of the browny, deserty types of shades for the exterior of the house. And I think I might bring in green on the interior, so there will be that. I'm using the Seasons windows there. Those are actually really nice windows. They're good for not a modern home, but just something that's sort of more as this home is, like slightly more middle of the road, not like a super modern home, not super traditional home as well. So it's just something sort of I don't know what the word is that I want to use to capture this. It might come to me later, but I can't think of it right now. So yeah, suburban, not contemporary, not like super new, but sort of like but not super traditional. So they're just sort of in that middle of the road. I just cannot think of the word for the life of me. So just getting some lighting there on the outside. You know what, actually, I think those lights might be get to work. Oh, cats and dogs. So we're using cats and dogs. I do like to use Strangerville and cats and dogs. Those two packs work really, really nicely together. So yeah, I do like to use those two packs, and they do actually have a little bit more of a traditional vibe. I'm not going super traditional on this. It's just sort of more everyday suburban, but as I keep on saying, in a very bad way. But those two packs do actually work really well as suburban traditional style packs. Get Together actually works well for, I don't know, Get Together is kind of an odd pack. It's a really weird pack because the thing with the Get Together pack is like the buildings in the world, so Windenburg, they're more traditional, so they're like your Tudor style homes and stuff like that. But when you think about the items in Get Together, it's all about sort of your clubbing stuff and bits and pieces, which is more sort of modern. So that's what I mean. It's like a really weird pack that just, it doesn't make sense in my mind, kind of like the theme behind it, and like the world doesn't match the theme, if you know what I mean. Like I love Windenburg and I love the pack, but I just don't think those two things really gel that well together. Anyway, well, I've created like a little barbecue area there. I just wanted to do like a cute little raised platform. I thought that would be sweet, and I've just added in a back gate as well, so they can go out the back and go for a little wander if they like. I think that's something that you do see in properties, like that little, you know, you might have a front area or a front gate, and then you'll have a back gate as well, just so you can sort of wander off into, I don't know, the park or whatever you want to do. And because it is a family home, I wanted to make sure that there was something for the kids, so put a swing in there. And as you can see, there's a barbecue little area there going in. I did like the idea of the slightly more traditional looking barbecue rather than having one of the newer looking barbecues there. I just sort of thought it fit the build a little bit better. And obviously, plant, cactus, palms, you know, those sort of things, they work really nicely for the style of build, you know, the sort of deserty. I could not decide where I wanted to put that chair. I can't even tell you how long I was fussing around with it. It was just ridiculous. It's like, it's just a chair, Velvet. Why are you mucking around with this? But you know how you're just building and you just fixate on this thing and you're just like, oh, you can't stop yourself, and you're like, you know, you're fixating on it, and you probably know, you know that it's just not worth the time on it, but you do it anyway because you fixate and you just can't stop yourself. Anyway, that was that chair for me for a good 5 minutes or so, you know, just for placing a chair. That's a long time for placing a chair. So just getting the last bits and pieces on the outside. So I just wanted to have it sort of nice and comfy for the characters, so they could just sit outside and have a good time. You know, outdoor sort of lifestyle. So just thinking about that. And then I decided to create like a little area around the front here for the kids to sit. So I was conscious of the fact I was building this as a family home, so I did think about it on the outside as well as the inside, how to promote a little bit of family friendliness. So I put down a nice rug, and that's from Cats and Dogs, and just a few little bits of toys. So you know, like the mum or the dad is sitting there on the couch, and the kids are out there playing. It's a nice sunset in Strangerville. I mean, Strangerville is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, there's a beautiful sunset, and they're sitting out there enjoying it, and the kids are playing, and yeah, it's lovely. So I decided to do something a little bit different. Like, this isn't the normally the type of home, like I'm probably more in an older home, a cottage or a traditional home is where I kind of like do ivy up the side. But I don't know, I was just kind of vibing with the idea of just like a little bit more of a flowery sort of touch to the building. So I decided to add some vines up the side and put some planters in under the windows as well. So I'll skip over some of that, but you kind of get the idea. So we're going inside now, just placing the stairs and working out the floor plan, which is always a fun time. So as far as the floor plan goes, so we're going to have the hall entrance coming in, and upstairs we will have, so upstairs is what I'm just working on now. So it's going to be 2 bedrooms upstairs and 1 bathroom. So it's kind of, yeah, 1 bathroom, which is an ensuite upstairs, and 2 bedrooms. And then downstairs, we've got 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom downstairs, as well as the kitchen, living, dining. So the kitchen, living, dining will be in one area space. So it's going to be very open. And then, it'll be 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms from there. So it did take me a little bit of figuring out just what colors I wanted to use. So you can sort of see me flicking through there, just working that out. And I actually just went with quite an interesting choice on the interior, because I was going to go more traditional. Then I thought, well, you know what, this isn't a full traditional house, so I don't really want to go like with the wood panels and that sort of thing. I just didn't really want to go that direction. So I ended up going with like quite a plain base game wallpaper, just like a, you know, just quite a sandy kind of color, which I think actually ended up looking really nice because I was able to use sort of the more neutral color on the wall to pop out the furniture, I think, and you know, make that sort of more of a pronounced feature, and just like the walls are just there, you know, they're just there to support. So I'm using Parenthood. There you go, there's another pack I'm using, Parenthood. I love Parenthood. It's such a good building pack. I have no idea gameplay wise what they're added, because I basically got Parenthood and didn't really, I just kind of ignored it for a long time. Like, it was there, but yeah, if you ask me what the gameplay is that came with Parenthood, I have no idea whatsoever. No idea. But the build buy, however, I love. It's just something that I only, you know, fairly recent, not recent, but fairly recently sort of really started to explore that pack and get to know it, and I'm just like, I love it. It's just like so much cool things for kids. And I mean, if I'm doing a family house, I want to have the Parenthood pack, and I absolutely love this kitchen set as well. I think it's an absolutely lovely middle of the road, you know, not super traditional but not super modern kitchen set, which is perfect because that's kind of the house. It's kind of, yeah, middle of the road. That's what we're talking about. And then I'm just, you know, there's lots of decorative elements to it as well, because when you look at the upper cabinets, it has like all the plates and all that sort of thing. And, you know, in the long hanging one, you can see like the little storage containers and stuff there. And then, you know, the other end one, you've got glasses. I mean, it's a really cool kitchen set. So if you don't have the Parenthood pack and you do like to build, and family homes is something you like to build, or something, you know, with not 100% modern, then I think you'll really like the Parenthood pack. I think it's super nice. So I highly recommend that pack for a building pack. I love it. And yeah, it's just putting in like the little bits and pieces of clutter, and you know, just making the kitchen look a little bit lived in. I did add some clutter above the fridge and around the fridge and stuff, but I think I just skipped over that because, you know, we'd been doing that for a little while, so just like moving on. So I did build like a little side nook with a cabinet, but the cabinet that I've chosen there, it was bugging me because it was not suiting, because all the cabinets were just the wrong color. So this is where I will put in the Home Chef Hustle pack and add that in so that I can have the cabinets from that. I didn't use too much else from Home Chef Hustle, just little bits and pieces, but yeah, those cabinets worked really nicely with the Parenthood lower cabinets and stuff, so I was just kind of like, perfect, because I wanted a full cabinet that went to the ground, and the Parenthood cabinet is kind of like a half long cabinet, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's why I brought in the Home Chef Hustle stuff. Anyway, so I'm creating my little lounge area. So it's not like a big lounge area, but you know, there's some seats here on the back of the couch, and then like there's the couch facing the fire, so you know, cute little warm area just to sit down and watch TV, you know, that sort of thing. I end up changing those chairs because you'll see in a minute that you can see the cabinets I'm talking about there. Those are the Home Chef Hustle cabinets. Yeah, so I ended up putting like the cats and dogs chairs in that side. I was just like, oh, I love those chairs. I completely forgot about those. So I was like, right, switching those over for the cats and dogs chairs because I really like those. So I'm just going to work on the hall area here. I was originally going to do this coat hook thingy from Seasons, but then changed my mind. So that gets yeeted. See you later. And I just put in the base game hanging hook thing and like a little hall table underneath. I really like this hall table here. I can't remember which pack it's from though, but I really like it. It might be cats and dogs. Get to Work, that's another pack that I'm using as well. That was me just doing my little shoe rack trick. So just use the Immaculate Shelving to change the colour of the shoe rack shelving. You just overlay it basically. You need to have Move Objects on to be able to do that. I always have Move Objects on for builds because I just get build rage otherwise. Long story short. So I was trying to think what I wanted to do under those stairs, and then I thought, what about, because this is sort of like for a gardening sim, let's put a flower arranging table under there. And I was like, tested it and it worked, so I was like, perfect, because I did like some little garden planters and stuff in the backyard and that sort of thing. So I was like, you know, this is a garden happy sim, so why not put in a flower arranging table under the stairs, and that can be their hobby. Perfect. Okay, so we're into the first of the bedroom. So this is the downstairs bedroom, And this is the bedroom I kind of pictured as the master bedroom. Yes, it's definitely the master bedroom because the upstairs bedrooms are going to be for the kids. And I went with, once again, sort of the deserty colours and that sort of thing. And I think I bring in like a little bit of green, but I think this is out of all the rooms, probably one of the browner rooms. And the kids' rooms, you'll see I'll bring in like a bit more colour there, which makes sense because, you know, kids love bright colours, and most kids anyway. So you would kind of more expect brighter colours in in the kids' rooms and that sort of thing. So just getting in the dresser, I saw these lights and I was like, you know what, pretty lights, I'm just going to put them in. Why not? And I'm just keeping it up with the cats and dogs chair, so that's going to be going around there. I just wanted to do like something different with the artwork, so I just made something up with the books. I don't know what I did there. TV area, so I wanted to have like a little TV area and a study, not a study area, like a computer home office kind of area. So this is what I'm working on here. So just working on what I wanted to do for the chairs slash couch. I couldn't find a couch that I like because it is a limited pack build, so I don't have all of the couches and stuff that I normally like, and sometimes like some of the colors are quite off, particularly like with the creams and stuff. They can be, yeah, it's like a pinky cream, and there's sort of like this cream here which I've used, and like the pinky cream looks kind of weird when you've used this color cream, so it's kind of, you know, they look off. So I didn't want to use, yeah, some of the couches just didn't quite work. So this is, I'm building my little home office area. So I'm doing like little diplomas, and I'm going to think I put like, yeah, cork boards in there. So, you know, you can do like pin up your little working things or your postcards if you want to do writing, or, you know, pen pals and stuff. So that's a cute little home office. So it's quite a, it's one of those rooms where you could spend a lot of time, I think. There's a lot in there. So you could, you know, because you've got your dresser, you've got your TV area, you've got your home office area. So yeah, very good. So into the first of the two bathrooms. So this is the downstairs bathroom in the larger of the two bathrooms. So I just wanted to create like a little bath area, really. Obviously there's a bath there, but I just used some of the hanging cabinets. I think they're base game ones, or no, that's Home Chef Hustle ones, I think. Yeah, I think, pretty sure that's Home Chef Hustle, the upper cabinets, and you can actually use those as like a shelf kind of thing. So I've clicked and dragged using the base game towel rack just so that it sat nicely on the top of the counters, because sometimes if you're using Control 9 or 9 to lift items up, they will float above the items. So it's actually better to use either that or the Dream Home Decorator cubbies. Those both have a really nice medium size shelf slot on them, so any sort of larger items, not large items, but larger items, you can actually click and drag across, holding down Alt, so that they do sit nicely on top of each other instead of having a gap and sort of floating up in the air, if that makes sense. So the bathroom is sort of coming together. I'm using cats and dogs, the copper stopper toilet, and the bath that comes with cats and dogs as well. I don't know what shower I used. I don't think anything particularly exciting, but yeah, I did use the cats and dogs for a good part of that bathroom. So moving upstairs, we are on to the second bathroom upstairs. So getting on the little bits and pieces. So just repeating the same sort of style. I originally put these blinds in downstairs, and then I got to this point and I was just like, oh, that's just not working. It's too long. I want to keep that window there. Yeah, so anyway, you can see there I switched those blinds out for little curtains. I don't know. What pack are they from? No idea. Anyway, I switched for these curtains, which sat shorter, so they didn't like go right through the cabinets. So I think I switched them over in the downstairs bathroom as well, just to be consistent. I think I did. Anyway, just pretty simple bathroom, and it's just sort of like touches of green with like the towels and stuff like that, and the accessories, just to bring that sort of sagey green kind of color in through the build. So you can sort of see that in the chair that I used and stuff. Which pack is that from? I think it might be Parenthood. I can't remember. So moving on to the first of the bedrooms. Actually, I'm just getting the curtains up in both the bedrooms. So there will be a kids room. So the one with the blue curtains, that's going to be it's going to have two single beds in it, and then the second bedroom upstairs is going to be a teen room. So that's going to have a double bed in it, and I mean that could also maybe double as, I don't know, a visitor's room, a guest room, or an elder's room, a grandparent's room, whatever you like. But this is just how I sort of thought of it, as just like downstairs is going to be the parents' room, upstairs you've got a teen room and two kids in one room, because it's quite a large room. It's not like a really small bedroom, so you could fit like a couple of kids in there easily, and they've got plenty of room, and they're not going to be all over the, all on top of each other and that sort of thing. So you will have the space. It was quite dark in that corner, so I decided to add that little night light on the wall, and just brightened up that corner quite nicely. So actually in this room, it's sort of using the teal on the walls, but bringing in like a little bit more blue as well, because on the curtains you've got the dark blue and the teal. So I thought that would be quite a cool color theme for this wall. Plus, those colours are really good in the Parenthood pack with like the accessories and that sort of thing. So I thought that worked quite nicely. Although I don't know how much Parenthood stuff I actually used in this room. Definitely the wallpaper. But beyond that, I don't think I actually used much Parenthood stuff. But anyway, the blues actually worked with a lot of the kids' stuff that I had available to me. So it all worked. It was fine. So I decided that I wanted to get in like a little study area. So I ended up just switching the bed around a little bit again. That bed just kind of progressed more and more towards the wall as the bill went on. And then I sort of like put something up on the wall, and I was like, no, you know what? I want a bigger desk. So that's me mucking around. Then I was like, no, if I put that there, it's going to stuff up the computers. It was a whole process, Sometimes you just go through that process. A few posters on the wall, little bits and pieces around the place. But I mean, I think that's essentially most of the kids' room done. So moving on to the teens' room. Now this took me a little bit of figuring out, because I did start with the Seasons bed and that bright sort of greeny wallpaper. Then you sort of see it evolve to the green flower, then the brown flower, then then it's ended up with plain mint green wallpaper. It was an evolution. That bed is going to change, and then I finally settled on that bed, which I think is from Cats and Dogs, with the purple through it, and I was like, oh, I love that purple. So that purple ended up being the contrast color for this green room, which I ended up absolutely loving. I was just like, oh, I love that green and that purple together, and it's sort of the mint and the lovely lavender. So good. So I went with that theme, and I just kind of imagined that this teenager was really kind of like a romantic, and really liked sort of that older traditional style furnishings. So so they've got like a sort of an older style dresser and a mirror and a couch and a desk, and because they've just got that sort of that romantic, loves Emily Bronte, tragedy, and that sort of thing, that kind of teenager. You go through that phase. I was sort of that kind of teenager, not full on into Emily Bronte or anything, but whatever. I did love a bit of romance back in the day. I love my romance books, and I would have loved a purple and green room, really, really would have. I didn't have one actually. What color room did I have as a kid? Maybe I did have purple. I remember I had a blue room, but then the room after that I don't remember. Well, doesn't matter. So just putting a few sort of teeny sort of style posters on the wall. I probably would have liked like some prettier paintings and stuff, but it didn't really make sense to me for a teenage room to have like too many gorgeous paintings. Like I get one in there. You can see that there, that it's just pretty and pulls the room together. But other than that, I mean, a teenager is more prone to posters than pretty paintings. So that is our build. That's how it's looking so far, and let's take a tour of how it all came together, so you can sort of see it on the exterior there with all the sort of flowers. That was a conscious choice, because I did have it in my head that at least one of the adult Sims in the house was a gardener and does love flowers, because I did put the little gardening area in there, and I was deliberate about putting lots of flowers around the house, as well as obviously the cactuses and that sort of thing. So they do have a green thumb, and it is something they're thinking about. And obviously I did think about that on the interior as well when I put the flower arranging table in there. So I'm really happy with how this came out. Like, I was in two minds about this when I finished it, but looking at it again, you know, it's nice. It does fit what I wanted to accomplish, which was a family desert home. So, you know, tick on that one. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the decorating. It's like, it's kind of hard sometimes when you are kind of going middle of the road and you're not going like super modern or you're not going super traditional, where you are sort of going more just sort of your average everyday kind of items. It is a little bit harder just to really capture that vibe, but I think I did okay with that. Yeah, it just felt like an everyday modern, an everyday family home without being, you know, ultra modern and not ultra traditional. So I think I did okay. So that is going through to the master bedroom there, which has the big brown bed and the big green rug, just to bring sort of that, you know, that sage green vibe in that carries on throughout the house, and their little work area there in the corner with the TV and stuff. And then going through to the bathroom downstairs. So this has like the really nice bath relaxing area, all the little bit of knickknacks and clutter and bits and pieces, and the toilet down there. So I think we did all right. Then moving upstairs, this is the kids' room with the two single beds and the bright blue with the sort of the teal on the walls. And I think that's really bright and colourful and would be really cool for kids. Got your study area, lots of play area, lots of room. I mean, perfect. Then going through to the upstairs bedroom. So this is the ensuite to the kids' room, but I think it's kind of shared with the teenager as well. And once again, just continue with the sage green. And then into the final bedroom, which is the mint and lavender room, which belongs to our romantic teenager. And I think that's really nice. I love how the colours came together. I love those two colours together. I think they're stunning. And that is our build. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.